Welcome back. Time now for news from the left. I'm sure you missed the SAG Awards last night. At least I hope you did. You didn't miss much, but it was interesting to find out that the Hollywood Actors Union, which is known as SAG-AFTRA, has elected the most annoying woman alive to be its president and spokesperson. Fran Drescher got up in front of what was probably a pitiful television audience and decided to push diversity, equity, and inclusion, saying Hollywood is strong enough to push red states around.
Our industry brings billions of production dollars to states across the nation. But if they want our business, let's wield our financial influence to make governors act in the best interest of freedom, diversity, inclusion, and democracy.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine listening to that voice every day? Who married that woman? So the Jewish white woman is pushing for DEI in Hollywood. The Jewish white woman is the champion for diversity, equity, and inclusion in a place that pretty much, I mean, I look forward to seeing much less of her, obviously, and hearing much less of that voice. But the irony can't be lost on you. Who's calling for this? Pretty funny. Staying in Hollywood, Bryan Cranston, great actor, says Trump's Make America Great Again slogan can certainly be perceived as racist.
When I see the Make America Great Again, my comment is, do you accept that that could possibly be construed as a racist remark? Just ask yourself from an African-American experience, when was it ever great in America for the African-American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them.
Talented guy, very small brain. Common combination in Hollywood. You know, Cranston never actually stated which nations are actually better for African people than the United States. Of course, Chris Wallace never asked that question. He just presumes that every black person in this country has had a horrific, terrible experience because that's what he's programmed to think by a mainstream media that is intent on starting a race war. You probably should hang out with a few more black people because there's a lot of African Americans in this country that are very happy and actually love it here and have great lives. Just not in Hollywood, I guess. Next up, Woody Harrelson with an incredibly brave monologue for Saturday Night Live. Here he was talking about a bizarre script that he once read in Central Park. Take a listen to how brave this was considering the forum he's in.
The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes, and people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs. I threw the script away. I mean, who is going to believe that crazy idea?
Harrelson identifies as a redneck hippie Marxist in the monologue, but I'm sure the media will now refer to him as a dangerous right-wing Trump supporter. Count on that. All right, prominent media publishers like the Los Angeles Times and the Washington Post are dropping the comic strip Dilbert after its creator, Scott Adams, referred to people who are black as members of a hate group and urged white people to get away from them. Adams was using a recent poll that surveyed 1,000 Americans asking whether or not it is even okay to be white. 53% of black respondents agreed that it was okay, and the Dilbert creator cited this poll as why race relations in the United States cannot be fixed and told white people to stay clear of black people. Really not a smart thing to say, and if you think that is a bad phrase, it is. It's probably definitely something you shouldn't say. The irony is, though, it's something that you can hear constantly if you flip the races around and you listen to any number of race-baiting shows on MSNBC. And it's funny how those people never get canceled. All right, in his ever-growing pursuit to no longer be harassed by the media, Prince Harry is going to discuss his trauma from being in the royal family in an intimate conversation on Sunday. Fans can buy tickets to listen to Harry whine for $34, and they can submit questions to Prince Harry because he's had a very challenging life. I mean, he was, born into royalty, spent his, adolescence running around half naked in Las Vegas, and then he got a nice little job in the military, and now he's got a palace, and he gave all that up for one of the most obnoxious people in the world. Harry will sit down with Dr. Gabor Mate and will discuss loss and the importance of personal healing. loss for the prince. So it's all on the heels of the tell-all, of course, and the South Park episode, which I don't know if you still watch South Park. I grew up on South Park, and it was one of the best ones I've seen. What they did to Harry and Meghan was hilarious.